Welcome back to the Bell Ringers podcast, where we talk about
Sports betting,
and sprinkle a little bit of pop culture here and there. With yours truly, Tyler Press.
and Ryan McDonald.
All right, we got a lot of free agency moves going on right now.
And trading. Eagles not so involved, although we did just get breaking news. A.J. Dillon signed with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Truly, probably a minute before we started recording, that news broke.
Yeah, my notification is 4 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
he signed, missed the entire 2024 season. Let me see if I can get the amount.
This was a waiver pickup, right? Or was it a trade?
Well, it's a free agency.
Free agency, yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, not waiver. This isn't finished.
Looks like I'm not finding the
dollar amount.
But I know you mentioned DeMarcus Lawrence probably about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence moves to Seattle. That was huge.
That's a big loss for the Cowboys.
Yes, that is awesome.
But hey, you guys re-signed your long snapper, so you're in good hands.
They're making moves at least.
Yeah, you're making big moves. They get Javonte Williams though.
Yeah, run it back, right?
Yeah, Javonte Williams though. I mean, I think we actually might have brought him up the other day talking about who they could get. That doesn't really move me at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, he's okay. I kind of think he was underperformed comparative expectations in Denver.
Mm-hmm. Definitely underperformed.
Yeah.
We got a link for all the teams and who they moved on with, who they kept, and who they got.
The Niners lost a lot of people, and I want to see if I can find.
Yeah.
There was a good graphic I saw.
A little sad it's been as an Eagles fan during this because we got to see a lot of guys go. It is kind of what happens when you win a Super Bowl for the most part. Like I said, you have free agents and you're a Super Bowl winner, out of the last year, a lot of times the price on your head goes up a lot. So it's very uncommon for a Super Bowl winning team to bring back a lot of their big name guys that moved or that the contract was ending on. The biggest one we did want to bring back, which was Zach Bond, which is awesome news. That is the number one. Obviously, Milton Williams, sucks to see him go, but you know that we got to pay Jalen Carter next year, so I'd rather have Carter than him. Carter's going to get a similar contract. I think Milton Williams got a $103 million deal with the Patriots. We're going to need to pay Carter a similar contract next year. So with that in mind, I'm not too sadly losing Milton Williams.
But I did see Adam Schefter said we currently have 20 draft picks in the next few years.
Yeah.
So with a lot of the guys that left, we get compensatory picks. So how we might be, we might get more too if Mekhi Becton walks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw we have eight draft picks within the first 4 rounds next year.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of draft capital that we can either use to trade for guys or just get younger, more or less expensive talent, which I think is kind of, if we get those guys in the draft, they don't cost as much and we're able to spend more on our bigger guys to keep them here.
Right, and with the recent success of Eagles drafts, I don't think any team has been drafting as well as the Eagles, so that goes a lot farther with this team than it does with most other teams. So it's kind of like getting guys young is why we had the youngest and best Super Bowl or best defense in the season last year. So it's like if you can get young guys with it, you can afford to have all your big name guys on big contracts while still having a solid team overall. If you can draft well, drafting is the key to putting together a monster lineup because you get 3 or 4 years with these guys that you don't have to really, that they're on rookie contracts.
I think you can get 5 if you get the first round. I think 5 is a 5th year option. Yeah, I mean the one I didn't really like for us trading away CJGJ for Kenyon Green, and we're swapping. We get their Texans 5th round pick for their 6th round or for our 6th round next year. He's not a good offensive guard.
No,
he graded out as I think the worst one in the league last year.
Yeah,
1st round draft pick.
But we got Stoutland.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, they still could.
Stoutland taught a guy football in 1 year, and he became a top tackle.
This is true, but he was.
It's
a large physical man.
He's a beast of a man. That is true. Jordan Mailata, shouts out.
But I hope they do get someone in the draft. I mean, either way, we have Tyler Steen, so I think I'd rather see him start anyway. So maybe it's just backup, but at the same time,
it's
why?
It's a loss of CJ. That sucks.
It's do we need to trade CJ for a backup guard?
Right. I'm not 100%. I don't know if it could be also getting money.
Well, I think that's what it is.
That's the main purpose. I think we're relieving us of that contract that we gave him, and I don't know what they had for the contract for that guard, but if he's not that great, I'm sure it wasn't.
Well, he's still on his rookie deal.
Right. So then you're making a lot of room in cap for that. So,
but it's also he's only here for this year, so it's after this year, I'm sure they're probably just gonna be
move on from him. Yeah, you don't need him. It's just, again, I think the move was just we get a backup guard, see if Stoutland can kind of turn him around and make him a viable backup, and you save a lot of money in the cap for possible more moves.
Yeah, and I think it's how he actually told CJ that. I think he saw him say that on his podcast or stream or whatever, where he's like, yeah, we have to pay our younger guys like Carter, Reed, and all those guys. So it's like nothing against you. It's just we're kind of moving around.
And you get to go to Texans with a Super Bowl ring now. Like,
oh yeah,
no hard feelings, brother.
I think that helps out a lot too.
Yeah, if you want to think we lost,
and it would be worse if you went to Texans aren't a bad team.
No,
they still a playoff team. They have a good quarterback, good coach.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we're not sending you to go play for like the Giants. Like, hey, yeah, sorry.
Your career is gonna take a big hit here.
You're gonna be having bad times.
Yeah. No, like there can't be that many hard feelings with that. Like I said, Houston. Also, you're playing under D'Amico Ryans, who's a defensive coach too. I'm sure he's gonna have a great time in Houston.
But I found it. So the 49ers have either cut or lost 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players. So they cut Juszczyk, which I was very surprised by.
Yeah, fullback most known fullback in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, really one of very helpful in the run game, which that's kind of like
bring him to Philly for a tush push.
We don't even need it.
We don't need it. No, we're still the best.
It would be cool to bring him in, but it's just like he was so fundamental. I feel like in the run game that I'm kind of surprised they're getting rid of him. I can't imagine he was that expensive, but maybe they're just like, I don't know. They also cut Leonard Floyd. I think they did that assuming that it was a done deal getting Joey Bosa, but instead he goes to Buffalo. So now they lose one of their best edge rushers and sack
Nick
guys.
Bosa.
They have Nick Bosa. They were going to get Joey.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought you were saying they lost.
No. They were because Joey Bosa got released by the Chargers, and it was kind of assumed that he was going to go to the Niners to join up with his brother.
Brothers back. I got you.
And it sounded like they were like in talks, and then last second must have fallen out. And he must have gotten more money from the Bills.
Yeah, I don't want to play with my brother. I'm taking the money.
They also cut Javon Hargrave, who was a former Eagle. He was with us not that long ago.
Oh yeah.
Also cut defensive tackle Malik Collins.
Damn, they cut Hargrave? They gave him a massive bag when they got him off us.
Yeah, they're not looking. I think they're looking at that Brock Purdy contract, and they're like, we're gonna have to lose a lot of people.
That's insane.
I didn't even count trading Debo in any of that either.
No, trading Debo to the Commanders.
They also left in free agency Dre Greenlaw, one of their top linebackers, if not their top linebacker. I mean, that's a big loss. He was one of the reasons why they performed so badly in the Super Bowl 2 years ago when he left with an ACL tear by trying to run on the field.
Yeah, out of excitement running on the field and completely tore his ACL. That's a brutal clip.
They also lost in free agency Travarius Ward, pretty good cornerback. Safety Talanoa Hufanga. I don't. Some of these other guys aren't that important.
Yeah.
Guard Aaron Banks, tackle Jalon Moore. Lost Elijah Mitchell. They're losing some of their. I mean, I forget the other running back's name. It's like an Italian name. It's like Guer or something.
Oh yeah, I can't remember that.
Guerrendo or something like that.
Yeah.
But I have him on my dynasty team, so that's a big help for me.
Yeah, there you go, Red.
And they lost Josh Dobbs. It's a big hit, but they got Jimmy Garoppolo. So
there you go. It's a pretty white quarterback room. A pretty. I didn't mean like pretty white. I mean like pretty boys.
A lot of gym rats.
White pretty boys.
A lot of gym rats in that room.
I was is Brock Purdy married? Because they say with Jimmy G going out pulling porn stars, like I don't know how he's gonna affect Brock Purdy.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I remember seeing his wife, but then I just realized it's just the high school tennis chick that looks just like him. For some reason, I was saying that I was like, that's not true. That's just it's like a 16-year-old girl. But yeah, I think you said we lost Josh Sweat to the Cardinals. It was Milton Williams to the Panthers.
I know we joked about Juszczyk with the tush push, but you know who has arguably the second largest thighs in the running back room of the NFL is A.J. Dillon.
I forgot about that. It's a good point.
A.J. Dillon it was like Saquon Barkley and A.J. Dillon would be like joked about. It'd be memes of how massive these guys' thighs were. Those two running backs and Dallas Goedert doing a tush push. Hopefully Dallas Goedert. We might be going soon, but
yeah, I don't like that rumor. But it would be kind of funny if the part of the contract or like the negotiations were like, we're bringing you in just to go in on tush push plays.
Yeah,
just to help. Like just you and Saquon back there. And just pushing
like that. Honestly, I think it's gonna make it even stronger. Which is just
I don't think they're gonna put him in for that, but it would be funny if they.
Why wouldn't they? The dude's thighs are insane. Dude, two running backs. I mean, he's gonna be more helpful back there than AJ. I think AJ is AJ and Goddard were pushing, wasn't it?
No, AJ was on the side. AJ was like
right.
Remember when he got in the fight with Marshall and Lattimore?
Yeah, who was behind him pushing?
It's Goddard, Barkley.
Jalen's running it. Goddard and Barkley are pushing. Right, I got it now.
That's what I mean. Like it's all you might just like leave Goddard in there, but it would be funny.
I don't know, dude. Dylan, they know what play's coming. It's not like hide it.
No, I know. But
so Dylan and Saquon, Bush, and Jalen would be insane. We lost Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, he goes back to join up with his teammate Darius Slay in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, nice. That's a good time in Pittsburgh.
Yep. Those two, DK Metcalf, George Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever quarterback they want to go with.
The memes going around about DK and George Pickens
as
a wide receiver duo, because like both of them they're both like kind of like they're divish, but they're also just aggressive and fight all the time. And it's like anytime something happens, like what was it was like the quarterback throws it to this guy on the complete other side of the field. It's like George Pickens and DK Metcalf destroy a quarterback just for looking at them the wrong way.
Yeah, Tomlinson's gonna have a lot of
God.
A lot he's going to have to deal with.
I mean, of all coaches,
yeah,
he's the best one to do it.
They both collectively, I doubt they're probably going to be as bad as AB. So
yeah, absolutely. George Pickens is
George Pickens is a maniac on it and off the field. Metcalf's a good, like he seems like a normal guy off the field.
Yeah, and he also might be able to get Pickens kind of in line a little more. Like, Metcalf's a hard worker, so
they are both pretty good straight line speed though. So like,
it's a good wide receiver duo.
Get Jameis like throw the deep ball. Bring him in there. He'll get those guys. They will not complain about not getting the ball thrown to them.
Did the Steelers get a quarterback? I can't remember.
They have not, but they did lose Justin Fields to the New York Jets.
Right, I did see that.
They got their franchise guy.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, Jets. Big turnaround season.
I mean, it's probably going to be better than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think it will too. I mean, with the bad O-line, I think they learned that like you do. Like, if you don't have a strong O-line, it doesn't matter how great. You need a mobile quarterback to be able to make plays when your O-line can't cover for them.
Funny you say that. I just got a text, or not a text. Yeah, I got a text from Adam Schefter 1 minute ago.
We're in like that.
The Jets signed former Packers center Josh Myers to a 1-year, $3.5 million deal.
Okay.
So there you go. 4-year starter in Green Bay with Justin Fields at his Ohio teammate.
Okay. Making moves on the O-line. I like that.
It's kind of funny that linked up.
Breaking news right in time. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Shefty.
Yeah. I guess one other thing, or one of the things I wanted to mention, Ravens are just, the retirement home for old wide receivers.
DeAndre Hopkins, right?
I mean, Jeremy Maclin, I think they had Deshaun Jackson at some point, Des Bryant.
I mean, if you count Aguilar as a retiree, but like...
Well, no, but I'm listening about, I'm not saying right now, I'm just saying, like, in the past, they always get, like Steve Smith, end of his career, they get a ton of, like, wide receivers that had great careers, but at the very end of their career, where it's, like, Odell... Like, it's like, I don't think they're going to produce the way you think. Maybe you should just go for a guy that's, like, not 34.
Yeah. I saw there was a post back in the day. I don't know how long ago it was. I think it was before Henry even went there, but it was Lamar, Henry, and D-Hop at, like, a bar or a club together. And, like, D-Hop posted, like, how dirty would this trio be? And it's finally come together. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think the duo is dirty. I don't know how much Hopkins is adding to that.
Especially after that drop in the Super Bowl. I mean, you might have been able to get away with that before that, but now everyone's like,
Especially, I mean, going to the, Ravens have a bad drop rate already, so they saw that and they're like, that's our guy.
The Rams also switched out Cooper Kupp for Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's, I mean, kind of surprising to me. I think the contracts were pretty similar, and their ages I think they're within a year of each other, so that kind of...
Yeah, but I think, no disrespect to Coop, but Devontae's an absolute freak.
Yeah, I think he's
it's an
different.
improvement.
He's a different enough of a wide receiver.
It's
I think
an improvement.
Puka and Cooper were kind of too similar in ways, so I think that might have been like their idea around it.
Arguably a top wide receiver duo now.
Yeah,
like honestly, like it's up. I think it's a top 3. I think right now it's with the Cincinnati Bengals getting Higgins back. It's Jamar and Higgins, AJ and Devontae Adams and Puka and Nacua are like the top 3 teams with the wide receiver duo.
I'm just surprised that they couldn't find anyone to trade him to.
Who, Coop?
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm assuming everyone just was like, all right, you're going to drop him anyway, so I'm just going to wait.
Where did he go?
He hasn't signed yet.
No? That's interesting.
So I'm assuming someone's going to sign him. So I don't think it's like
100%.
No one wanted him. It's just they're like, all right, I'm just going to wait for you to drop him and then offer him a deal.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Myles Garrett took over Max Crosby's title of being the highest paid non-QB in the league after he had it for a week.
Stayed in Cleveland.
Yeah. As long as he didn't go like to the Commanders, that was fine.
I kind of like I hate to see it because it's 2 guys. Like I said, they're the 2 highest non-paid quarterbacks, and they're on teams that they're not going to get any. Like you're not going to completely change a team around being a defensive line, but like similar to like a running back, like you put them on a great team and that team elevates so much. But like Myles Garrett's his career is gonna like he's gonna put up all of his individual numbers, but he's not gonna he's barely sniffing the playoffs every single year. So it's like that's kind of like a shitty career to have.
Yeah, especially like
you get your individual thing, but like
maybe if they weren't doing with like Deshaun Watson's contract, like they'd be able to like
add more pieces. But.
Yeah, make a team that would work. But it's also like you have Deshaun Watson's contract and then now this insane non-QB contract.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna have much money to spend on other guys. They're gonna need a new running back soon. Probably could use. I mean, they have Jerry Jeudy, so the wide receivers aren't terrible, but they could probably use another one.
Yeah.
I mean, defense probably definitely needs work.
It's a rough look in Cleveland for sure. I mean, you're probably happy that you got him back, but at the same time, like you probably could have used that money and built a overall better team.
Yeah. We have Geno Smith traded to the Raiders, and then obviously the Seahawks then go ahead and sign Sam Darnold to I think it was like $100.5 million.
Okay, yeah, I think I did see that. But
so it's
Raiders, you went from Minshew to Geno.
I don't think it's. I mean,
it's not a bad move, but
Pete Carroll was there for Geno when he had that good season.
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna do anything. I still think they're gonna be a bottom of the barrel team.
Yeah. I think Sam Darnold probably would have been the better move for him, but at the same time,
I think Sam Darnold was a good move. I think Seattle played that well.
But the only problem is Seattle lost their top two wide receivers. I mean, you cut Tyler Lockett and you trade DK Metcalf.
True. So yeah,
so that's like
we might see the turn back into a pumpkin. No, it's it's like the Cinderella story where it's like she like rides on like the carousel. Or you ever watch Cinderella? I
haven't watched it in
clock
years.
strikes midnight, it turns back into a pumpkin. That's like the whole saying. But scratch that.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold's not gonna.
Yeah,
sorry. Sam Darnold not having He's not having Justin Jefferson. He's not having T.J. Hawkinson. He's not.
That's our pop culture reference for the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. I told you. I'll sprinkle it in. No, but yeah, it's.
Get him the slipper.
Yeah, I don't think Sam Darnold's gonna have a great year without anybody to throw to.
Which I kind of feel bad. I mean, he's gonna get paid, so like he's already signed the contract. Doesn't really matter. But at the same time, I mean, Jackson Smith and Jig was a great wide receiver. But I can't imagine he's gonna have that good of a year, losing those two guys unless they get more talent. So I feel like he's just going to be the butt end of all the jokes, being like, "Oh yeah, like it was all Kevin O'Connell. It wasn't any Sam Darnold." But like at the same time, he's going to be $100 million man. So
yeah,
I wouldn't care if I was him.
If I go out like that, I'm not too mad. Like yeah, my legacy's going to tarnish a little bit, but I'm walking out with big bag.
Hey, give me $500,000. I'll let Twitter make fun of me.
Yeah, true. Honestly, I'd probably do it for a lot less.
Well, I was starting the bar high.
Yeah.
When I was going to say $1 million, I was like, nah, I would definitely do it for way less.
Yeah. $20 is $20, right? That's other big moves we had too. Like we mentioned, Debo going to Commanders.
Well, a lot of teams just re-sign guys. A lot of like the bigger free agents. I think one of the teams did steal the center for the Lions. The Titans. The Titans signed Kevin Zeitler to a 1-year, $9 million deal. So the Lions lose their offensive center. Definitely not a good spot for them. I mean, they're kind of another team that played really well, and they probably have decent sized contracts that they're not really going to be able to sign too many big free agents.
Mm-hmm. Where did Kenny Pickett go? Didn't he moved on?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Oh no. Sorry, the Browns.
Browns. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Browns. You got a guy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember that we lost Pick. Then we got somebody back, right?
Yeah, DTR.
Yeah, right.
Well, the guys we got back in the trades were some of the lowest rated players at their position.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Tanner McKee, I have full faith in, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Tanner McKee over.
As a backup, I have no problem with Tanner McKee. I kind of thought that last season when we got Kenny Pickett, I was like, I don't know how much we need this.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
I mean, Pickett did good when he needed to.
I think we got a decent round, or I think we got a draft pick with it as well. So it's kind of like, all right, might as well get this now before because he's gotta imagine he'd probably leaving free agency anyway.
Yeah. Any other big names?
I thought I just had one on the tip of my tongue, but now I'm forgetting. The Bills gave Josh Allen another extension, $330 million.
Yeah. Huge bag, right?
Yeah, 5 years, $330 million. So I think
is he highest now? Or is it still?
I think he has the highest guaranteed money.
Okay.
I think he took over Deshaun Watson's guaranteed take, but Dak Prescott's still the highest paid quarterback and highest paid player.
Good for him.
Yes, that's basically a ring.
Yeah,
Cowboys fans should rejoice.
Yeah, I was just like we said, the Dak Prescott. You're same thing. Like you're stat pushing. You're getting your soul numbers. You choking the playoffs every single year. So you're not gonna get that far. Like you're not getting that playoff reputation for your like overall legacy. But like you get that big bag. You get the big bag.
Oh no, for Dak it's great. For the Cowboys fans, it's not.
No, I'd be sweating. I'll be sweating.
Also, some other unfortunate news for Cowboys fans. Garrett Cole is out for the season with Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
I know at least our friend Nick, Cowboys, Yankees fan. I'm sure probably a bunch of other ones are. You got, Cowboys, either Mavs, Lakers, Yankees, all those guys.
Yeah, I mean, no, if you're a Cowboys and a Yankees fan, you're not a Mavs fan. For the most part, you're a Lakers fan.
Yeah, but I was just trying to also include the Mavs torture because Nick is Mavs, Cowboys, Yankees.
Yeah, that's our daily mention weekly mention of Nick every episode.
It's not free. It's not rent free. It's subsidized housing. There we go. Got
okay,
it.
nice.
Remembered it.
Burn.
Yep, got it.
All right.
It's way cooler when I said that the first time.
Cut that off.
Leave it in. It's fine. Just cut out the stumble part. Just cut that 3 seconds when I forgot what it was.
Make him smooth.
Smooth it out.
I think we covered most of our free agency and moves.
Yeah. NBA wise, we did have the first ever 30-point, 20 assist, 20 rebound game by Nikola Jokic last Friday against the Suns. It wasn't OT, but still, that's ridiculous.
Still a crazy stat put up.
At least he got the win. I mean, getting that in the loss would have sucked. Well, still would have been cool, but that's just absurd. He's probably the only player that could actually do that right now, too.
Sixers broke their 9-game losing streak to that one kid put up 43 points.
Yeah, don't do. You should have kept losing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Do you know what's the kid's name?
Quentin Grimes, the guy we got in return from Dallas.
Oh, nice. There you go. But yeah, obviously we're not in the winning state of mind right now. So the more we lose, the better. Don't break the streak next time.
I think we're still kind of sitting right at that sixth worst team. So
okay,
we're kind of hovering around that area of like might be able to keep our pick. Or like higher percent chance we do than we don't.
Mm-hmm. That's NBA news. You said you had a little bit MLB, right?
No, well, the MLB was just the Garrett Cole thing. So
the Garrett. Okay, gotcha.
Last NBA thing, Stephen A. Smith got confronted by LeBron James.
Ooh.
During the game, LeBron seemed heated at some words that Stephen A. Smith said earlier this season about him as a father.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because I think Stephen A. mentioned that he was like, LeBron as a father, stop this. And LeBron, you could see him going, "That's my son. That's my fucking son."
Yeah. Well, I
get LeBron's point. Like,
I don't know if this is exactly what he was referring to, but I think it was Stephen A. that said this. But it was Bronny's not an NBA player. Like we pretend just to be nice to LeBron, but he's like 1 for 17 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. Like he was a good high school player. He was a college player. He's not an NBA player.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think it's like I don't think LeBron. You can't if it was about like just like talking bad about Bronny, you can't get upset at that. He's an NBA player. People are gonna talk about him. Yeah,
like you're playing for one of the biggest franchises of all time, and you're playing like shit. Like, what did you think was gonna happen when you brought somebody that wasn't ready to? He's taking a position from somebody that definitely is like you could pull out of a pool of people that are definitely better than Bronny and could fill that spot better.
Yeah, but I think Stephen A. did have a quote where he said, like, LeBron, as a father, you should stop this. So I think he kind of took some offense to that, maybe
like this is on you and you're parenting this badly.
Yeah, I think basically calling him or maybe LeBron took it as him being called a bad father, which coming from LeBron, who grew up without a dad, he probably took some offense to that. Yeah. So in that way, I could understand it. And then Stephen A. obviously has gone on his, he wasn't going to talk about it on TV. He wasn't going to do it until his boss said you had to.
Yeah.
So definitely wouldn't have said it. Definitely would not have talked about it.
Yeah, twist my arm.
Yes, if I have to. Yeah, so that's NBA news.
That's our NBA news for the week. Big free agency week. This was a lot of fun, like all day, just getting updates of what's going on.
It was fun until it's just our player after our player getting lost.
This is like the first time I saw an Eagles getting somebody that like. I mean, A.J. Dillon's not even he's not like a big. We have a Saquon Barkley. He's not changing the team all that much, but
it's like the first. Yeah, it looks like they said like the other two players we got. We either retained guys like Zach Bond, which was huge, or like the players we got are not good in.
They're not changing anything. Yeah. They're not playing.
But I mean, I kind of did think it was Will Shipley's time. Still might be Will Shipley's time as a backup, but
yeah, I kind of was hoping that too. I don't know how that's going to shake out, how that running back room is going to shake out. We don't know how Dillon really is anymore. Like,
yeah, there's a chance he gets cut before the season even starts.
True. So. Yeah, we still got the draft. We got a lot of picks. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. But I think also with losing CJ, I wonder if they're going to go with Sidney Brown or if we're going to try and go for Starks out of Georgia or
I was going to say
Carolina Carolina has another good safety.
Last time we talked about this, we talked about how
combine.
we wouldn't draft a safety
Yep.
because we had our guys lined up. This would be the move that Howie's planning on drafting the Georgia boy. That's actually hilarious. I forgot that we said that. We're like, they're not going to take the safety. We definitely going to fill up defensive lineman and offensive lineman. But that now it makes a lot more sense to grab that Georgia safety.
Yeah. I also saw a mock draft. I forget who it was, but I don't think you want credit in this moment. They had us taking Ashton Genty with the last pick, and that just makes no sense.
Yeah, really.
Ashton Genty, great running back. I don't know if he'd even fall to there, let alone why we would take him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not a position of interest right now.
Not in the slightest bit a position of interest. And on top of that, like, there's no shot that we would even draft him. Like, if anything, how we start calling people like, I want your next round or next year's first round pick, and I'll give you this pick for Genty.
Yeah.
And like, there's no shot he falls to us, and if he does, we're trading that pick away to give it to another team before we draft him.
Like, mock draft should be like who you think are actually going to go, not who like your ranking of your top players are.
Yeah.
Going into our draft for this week, last week we did soda.
Where I pulled out the dub.
Yep. And this week we're doing Brad Pitt movies.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm a big movie guy, so I love doing like it's like when we play like the drink, like was it the Kings drinking game, and you pull a 10 in its categories. One of my go-to is just like naming an actor, like all right, like Jonah Hill movies, go, and then like the circle goes around. Like I love doing rattling off movies that actors have been in. Brad Pitt is a top tier actor.
One of the worst parts about those games is someone's either usually too drunk or not paying attention enough, and it ruins the game within 5 seconds.
I've all but given up on playing Kings. It's the most because I always suggest Kings because I like the game Kings, and then like I said, like someone's not paying attention, someone's like either too drunk or not paying attention, but like you drink when you lose in that game for the most part. So like when I'm actively paying attention and I go an hour without drinking because someone keeps taking the loss, like I'd rather lose because I can't think of something than I just watch this person across me lose 6 times in a row because they're on their phone. It really starts to grind my gears.
That's the time when it's fun when you do like the version where you put a beer can in the middle and then you put each card in the tab. Yeah. So at least like you might have to drink that beer. Just
I'm practically
chance.
Stuffing it in and lifting it up at that point.
You're stuffing in a whole bottle opener. You're like, this is gonna work.
I'm just grabbing the whole deck of things and just flipping it. Oh shoot, sorry. I didn't have drink in an hour.
Oh, I guess I got a shotgun it now. Damn.
Stab it. So yeah, Brad Pitt movies. Ryan did win the draft last week.
And I have first pick this week.
And you have I'm actually I'd prefer not to have first pick this week.
Looking at it, I would much rather probably had second, but at the same time, I kind of like that my 2-3 back trip. First pick is I'm gonna go with Fight Club.
I can't believe you did that.
I know one of the ones you're taking. It's just
I know. I'm not even like I don't hate on that pick at all. I think Fight Club's an incredible movie. I would have bet my life that your favorite Brad Pitt movie wasn't Fight Club.
It's not.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm taking this at the hopeful the chance that you're gonna leave one of the ones I want.
Right. Fight Club was my 2 pick, not even my 1A or 1B.
I know your 1A is by 7.
No.
Oh.
So with my picks, I'm taking Troy.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm taking Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah, that's mine. I was really hoping you were gonna take like 7 in there, and I was gonna kick Inglourious Basterds back.
Nope, 7 was what I would have taken if you would have taken. No.
All right, well then I'll take 7 and Moneyball.
Moneyball. I like that pick a lot, Rye. I'm just getting.
Damn it! I would switch out Inglourious Basterds for money for.
All right, so
I thought that I had a better chance of getting that back than I did Fight Club.
With my 3rd and 4th pick, I'll be taking Fury.
I saw that this weekend. That was a great movie.
And
would have taken that.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
God damn it! So this is exactly where I didn't. I mean, the only other. This is I have the 2 left I didn't want to take at all. Yes, give me Bullet Train.
Bullet Train. Okay. I had World War Z on there too.
I had both of them. I didn't want to be between those 2.
I know.
And
those were definitely.
I was hoping I was going to get Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
There's honorable mention. I think there's a movie like Burn After Reading. It's a pretty good Brad Pitt movie.
He's also in 12 Years a Slave, which I haven't seen, so I did not know that.
He has a 1.5 second in Deadpool 2.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't count that either.
No, I wouldn't count it.
Yeah, because he was the invisible guy, and then he
was the invisible guy until he got electrocuted. Yeah. And then he popped up. He's voice acting a few times too. I think.
Which like I really wouldn't.
You can't count. Yeah, or we're talking about Brad Pitt movies that he's a big name in. So.
Did love Fury though. I just saw that. Great movie.
I love Fury. It's like a top war movie for me. It's so good.
That was one of the ones because I love war movies in general. And I don't know, like I've also just recently been like, all right, like I think I saw one. I was like, I need to find more. And I was like, I've seen that one. And Glorious Bastards, I should have taken that one. It's probably one of my top 3 favorite movies ever.
I was gonna say you took like the hit like that hard to pronounce name in our villain draft a while ago. I'm like, he has to be biting into taking Glorious Bastards. This is the number 1 movie where I talked about. It is.
I thought I had a chance of getting it back at 2. Or getting it back at the 3rd pick.
So wait, what did you think I was going to take? Oh, 7.
Yeah,
I love 7. 7 is a top movie for me. I would have loved to get in that back.
I thought you would have had that above Inglourious Bastards.
No, I can't put 7 above Inglourious Bastards. Inglourious Bastards is a all-time movie. Like,
yeah,
7,
that's
not a lot of people have seen 7. Like 7's not as well known as Inglourious Bastards, and I think not as renownedly loved. Troy, I think, is my favorite Brad Pitt movie, though. I'm thrilled I got that too.
I'm not even sure if I've seen that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. When I was looking at the list, I was like, I'm not gonna put that on there because I don't have enough.
You're telling me I could have gotten that at the end?
You could have got that last pick. That was not on my
list. That's crazy.
You could have got 7 and Inglourious Bastards, and I wouldn't have taken it.
Is like my number 1. Like my list is Troy as my 1 pick, and then Inglourious Bastards is 1B. That's crazy. You have to watch Troy. Like, that's
I will now.
To recap
also,
it.
Speaking pop. Oh yeah. I guess to recap our Brad Pitt movies draft. I started out with Fight Club, then went 7 and Moneyball, and then finished it out with Bullet Train.
Bullet Train. Yes. All right, and I had the obviously 2nd pick. I got Troy, Inglourious Bastards, and then when it came back around to me, I got Fury and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
There you go. Vote for your favorite.
Yeah, who got the best Brad Pitt overall draft of movies? I'm thrilled with mine. I really am.
I like mine, but I would have drafted differently if I mocked it up this way.
I can't believe I could have gotten Troy with the 4th pick though. That hurts because I could have
not on my list.
I could have ended up with 7 Inglourious Bastards. I probably would have gotten Fury and Troy then too. Oh, that's hard.
Yep, I would have been absolutely screwed at that point.
Yeah, at least you got 7 off me.
I did. Talking about pop culture, I did recently start watching White Lotus. Started from the beginning, season 1, even though I know you don't actually have to. Started watching it at work, and within 5 minutes, I saw Dick and Balls, and I was like, I need to turn this off.
Yeah.
I would have liked a little NSFW warning at the beginning, which maybe there was in the top corner, nudity, but I didn't see it, and I was like, I can't. I looked over my shoulder, I was like, please, no one watch.
Yeah. I think it's funny. We were talking about it in the Discord, and you're like, I started watching White Lotus, and like you said, like, oh, first within 2 minutes, Dick and Balls on screen, and then like some like girl in the group was like, how come it's not Black Lotus? And I went, what color was the Dick and Balls, Ryan? He went, white. I'm like, there you go. But yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of good things about White Lotus. I was gonna say, if you,
it's good so far. I think I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in now. It's good so far.
Mm-hmm. What's the other one? I was gonna say, if you want to watch that, and I'll watch. The
Succession was the one you were talking about.
Succession was the one. Is Succession the one with the you like clock in and turn your brain off?
That's Severance. No, that's
Severance. I want to start watching
that because that's also ongoing. Well, I guess White Lotus is also ongoing.
Yeah, I'll start watching Severance and then
Severance is really good.
We'll give live updates. How far into White Lotus are you?
Like I said, I think 4 episodes or so.
Yeah, I'll try to plug.
Severance also did just have probably the worst episode of their season, at least, if not the whole show so far. It was a boring episode.
Nah, you got the Fly episode off the rip. Breaking Bad, the Fly.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even hate that episode. Everyone shits on that episode. Like, there's one bad episode in Breaking Bad, and it's the Fly episode. I'm like, it kind of was cool. Like,
this wasn't like a bad episode. It was just by far like the worst
of the 4
of like the first season and this season. Like it was not like it's not a bad episode of TV, but it is by far the worst episode of the series so far.
I gotcha.
It was just it was slow paced, and you didn't get like any of the main actors.
Yeah.
Like you just get the secondary character you're just following the whole time. You're like, I don't really need this.
Gotcha.
Getting back to the main characters.
That is our episode this week. I almost called us Breaking Bad. That is Bell Ringers podcast this week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, we forgot that in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, Holly had us audible in our intro, and now it's
so Holly, this is actually your fault.
Yeah, blame you. Make sure you make sure you keep this in. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
YouTube.com/The Bell Ringers Pod. Spotify at Bell Ringers Pod, all our socials, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Bell Ringers Pod.
And if you're seeing our clip on TikTok, make sure you head to the Instagram and vote. That's where we have our poll up for the draft. I'm excited about this one. I think I'm coming out of this.
Yeah, just imagine if I did take Inglourious Bastards because I wanted to. I just didn't. I thought it was going to come around.
Imagine if I took Troy at the 4th pick and I got an even better draft. But All right.
I probably would have just gotten up and walked off.
All right,
Because
thank you
after
guys.
hearing your statement on that, I was like, I looked at this, I didn't remember seeing this movie, so I was like, I'm just gonna assume. I probably shouldn't have assumed, but
Oh, man, one of my favorite speeches is in that movie too. Like he's like, "Over on that beach, immortality, take it, it's yours." He's such a badass in that movie. I can't believe he plays a Greek demigod, kind of like it's a overall incredible movie.
It makes sense for the movie title.
Well, his name's not Troy.
Yeah, but Troy's
The story of Troy.
Yeah,
His name's Achilles.
Troy's a city.
I know. I'm saying it's like there's a famous story of Troy. The Trojan horse is how they. But you know who's Achilles is? They got demigod Achilles.
I feel like Ed Hardy be a bad pick for it, but I'm trying to think. No, just tell me.
No, I'm saying the character is Brad Pitt. Is Achilles. What I'm saying is, do you know the demigod of Achilles?
Yes.
Yeah, his mother dipped him in the immortal water, but held him by the Achilles. Yeah. That's why the Achilles heel is so tender, and it's a great story. But yeah, go watch Troy. Thank you for watching, and tune in next week. Appreciate you guys.
See ya.